If anybody visits the Albertine Graben, we'll find people that I think have been living the way that they've been living for centuries. So there are those who are looking after cattle, there are those who are cultivating, there are those who are fishing.
We have been using our land peacefully, but there comes a problem when the oil has been discovered.
The 29 square kilometers were earmarked in the Bunyoro sub-region to be the construction of the refinery.
For us, we knew that maybe if this project come, we knew that we were going to stay around. But when you come and tell me that you go with your things, I leave my land where I have been surviving, you are seeing it's not okay.
About 7,000 people were told to relocate.
We had a big land, and when we are given money, even if it's 100 million, we used to be farmers. We could plant our crops, whereby we could get food and get some money. We had good schools, you are seeing them. This trading center you are seeing, it was very big, that people have left. So we lost a lot.
People are expecting to be compensated, but that cannot be a benefit because unfortunately you have been displaced from where you're supposed to be. Ideally, we try to avoid, but where we cannot avoid, we mitigate and we compensate.
The Constitution says that people, before the government takes the land, we are supposed to be compensated, to get a fair compensation, which was supposed to be timely, adequate.
As a district, we don't compensate people, especially when it is an issue to do with land. That is central government. Our role is just to look at how much maybe can one be compensated in case a mango is cut.
We waited for compensation for 3 years.
The real compensation has been done in 2015. There was no consideration for that delayed compensation. Many of the people were complaining that the rate that ranged from 3.5 million to 4 million that was given per acre that was taken for a refinery construction was being less money compared to the market price of land at that particular moment.
Like people complaining, I had 7 acres, but why is that in the paper I'm only seeing 3 acres? So such kind of complaints started coming in from the people. But for me I had 15 and I'm now seeing 11. Where's the 3? And those people, anyway, they could say, Robert or someone, you write in a complaint so that the next time they come and work upon your complaint.
Much as people tried to sign, because they had told them that it is compulsory, they signed for their money. The others agreed to be relocated, but they were not happy.
Some have been compensated, but of course some haven't been compensated. And those remain challenges to the district because now these people, they think that maybe the district is not playing its role in ensuring that they are paid their money on time. But also, we are shock observers that we are the first offices that these communities come to.
Through MYJ, they told us to associate with these people from the district. Through what we call Hoima District Stakeholder Forum.
The good thing with the multi-stakeholder forums, it is bottom-up approach, not up-bottom. Who comes up with the ideas? Who tells us what is itching that person? It is the community. They tell us, please, whereas you are here, down there where we are living, there is problem A, B, C, D. Those ones who were not fairly compensated complained to government, in fact, through that multi-stakeholder forum, because that's where we got even the tactics of how we can engage government so that it comes down to the people.
There were a lot of issues which the districts were asking, they were not clear about. And through these engagements, the Chief Government Valuers Office was able to throw some light, and people were able to understand some of these issues to do with the compensation, the rates, and so forth.
When the discovery of oil and gas came in our district, people, those who got the information, at first came running to grab the land, knowing that at the end of the day there will be compensation.
In 2013, MYJ Maendeleo Jamii conducted a study. That study revealed a lot in terms of individuals manipulating the processes of land acquisition to acquire land, individuals selling community land as though it is individual land.
When we first went to the Albertine Graben and visited with some of the villages, they were concerned about land grabbing. They knew somebody was surveying their land because surveys were being done right in front of their homes. But they didn't know who it was.
It appears that land grabbers on our land, and we wrote a petition to the Ministry of Land and requesting them to unearth to us whoever has title on this land.
Actually here, we have one rich man. For him, even if you don't want to sell, he forces you to sell that land. And he end up bringing another person to claim to be the owner of that land. And for you, you will insist, what you will do is to go in the court of law. But in the court of law there, you will actually find this person here. You are maybe the one you are conniving with. From there is funded, is facilitated with everything, with the court expenses, and you end up losing. Then the following day, you will come and buy the land to the one you have been with him in the court of law.
MYJ tuyambire muno nga kintu kyaitaka. MYJ etuyambire muno kumanya itaka osokulinda mulingo ki. Twaikana okizora mu meeting zaitu tuikalire na land office, district land office, headquarters naitu wananchi twaika kurora ati ubusoma bw'itaka urugira nka twaika kuzora mu naitu wananchi twina mulimu kusome ku bantu kurora ati kumara kuwa kwa itaka kandi kuyo kwetaka kutalikira halitu hana kiaro hauko muntu ale Kampala aja kubana na tasokuru Kampala akaja katwala itaka hano nyenta muyambire muntu wena akwenda kutunga itaka aina kuteka ho kasani kaye harupa paru kusaba ito wanya hoima nuko twagambire.
We came with a recommendation, it passed through DEC, then to council, which council approved that since there are many issues in acquiring land title, now what we are resolving, there is no application which should be submitted at the district unless the applicant has put there his or her passport photos. And there must be minutes and a notice of at least for 2 weeks, those are 14 days, be put on notice board. And the secretary at the sub-county should be the chief at the sub-county. And he has to sign and is the one who is supposed to submit at the district. So that resolution is being implemented. And at least now we have seen at least we have achieved some successes.
Hata saha zino busuma baitaka kehere akubati umuntu wena kwetina umuntu akengere.
At the moment, it is not easy for someone, for land grabber, let's call it land grabber, to come and encroach into my land. Because I know step to take and I know some offices where to go and take my problem and where my problem can be solved from properly in case of land grabbing. And I know my rights on land and even my rights to own other things as Ugandan because of MYJ.
people are now aware. It used to be a very major problem, but at least now there is some peace.
Through meeting MYJ, most of the community's members who are outside the refinery and who are even within, they knew that they have rights on their land and they should own land as a Ugandan, and their land should be demarcated properly.
When they call us, we go in the multi-stakeholders forum. Within there, we identify the problems. First of all, we identify as a community. Then the local government identify on their own as a local government. So we came together for harmonization. One of them was land as the major factor. Number two, we identified was the stakeholders engagement. Number three was the communication and information. The most important action we have done as a community representative together with our community was land demarcation. Because actually we are being advised in the multi-stakeholders forum that we should register our land in a different tenure system within this country.
Almost 50% of households have demarcated their land, and our land was being owned communally without being registered. But even when it is expensive to register a piece of land, it is also very important that people should demarcate their lands. They know where they stop from, so that if there are compensations or benefits accruing from their land, they should know the extent they should have it.
We have seen communities in Kakindo, we have seen communities in Kijangi, we have seen communities in Bikongoro marketing their land.
So what we did when we came in our meetings, we agreed with community leaders, if you know this is your land, and your neighbors can also testify it is your land. The chairperson of the area can testify it is your land. What's wrong with demarcating it? We agreed that issue in our meetings, and we said now, unless we come out with a bylaw or an ordinance or a policy.
At the moment, we are on a land ordinance, which everybody is now aware. And as such, they have already elected village land committees, which we learned from multi-stakeholders forum. Today, when you go to the village, if you need any land transaction, those people must be around first. And if our sub-county area land committee is going down for inspection, they need to sit together with those people.
We came out with a policy. Now our members, community members, are demarcating their land. Some of them, they use trees, they know what they use, but at least they demarcate their land. And we have now, at least now, we have achieved some success.
MYJ has brought a lot of value in the oil and gas sector, especially by ensuring that the citizens fully do participate. People have been able to air out their views. There was a lot of dissatisfaction initially when the issues of oil and gas came on board. People were giving rumors. Government intends to do this and this, but when these consultations begin, we in the government were able to give our position on various issues. For instance, Minister of Lands, Housing, Urban Development was able to clarify issues in land administration, land management, physical planning, and it was done in a very open and transparent manner. People were able to appreciate these issues, and the perceptions have been changed eventually. Right now, if you go to these districts, especially Bulisa and Hoima, where there are very active oil and gas activities, the perception is not what it was 3-4 years ago. People have appreciated what is happening. This initiative should be continued
and more maybe areas or districts will be brought on this.